Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. We're in the car again, which is typical.
Well, the moment you felt you could start over new was the same that you realized the stories were true. You opened your eyes and the world you could see wasn't dim, it was brighter. You'd have to agree. Your fears are gone, they were buried with the dawn. And oh, now you feel alive for the very first time. Oh, now your fears are gone, they were buried with the dawn. And oh, now you feel alive for the first time. Not hold me yet, not hold me yet. No, you're not hold me yet, no, not hold, but you finally found a way.
I know I do a lot of like front-facing talking, showing you less stuff vlogs lately, and I've just realized that that's because my rear-facing camera really drives me nuts, because even though when you film stuff with the rear-facing camera and the audio and visual are totally perfectly aligned, when I download it and put it into my editing software, they're not. Until after I export the video, and then it's fine again. At least from what I've noticed. And no one said otherwise, so it must not be an issue afterward. I need to start front-facing camera, or rear-facing camera filming more things so that there's more variety instead of just clip after clip of, hey, it's me. I'm on my way to a wedding rehearsal dinner that's actually a lunch. I'm interested to see how it goes because from what I understand, it's an in-person check-in, make sure that we're all good to go, and then hang out for the event to make sure everything goes well. That's all that I know. I was feeling kind of sleepy earlier. It's just a sleepy, rainy day, but I have a lot to do today. Like, I gotta get today's video edited when I get back home, and we're doing leftovers for dinner again because I didn't go grocery shopping this morning, so I was not about to add that to my day. I am just doing leftovers again today, and then tomorrow we have the wedding. So after I get dinner taken care of, then we have callbacks at 6. Well, auditions, our last set of auditions will be at 6, and then callbacks will be at 7. After done with callbacks, I'm really hoping that that will last at most an hour, and then basically I can finalize my cast list that I have currently, because we have the cast list that is just tentative, so that if nothing changes, then we can put it up really quick tonight, and if stuff does change, then we can change it. So then once the callback list goes up, we gotta drop off and return the key, and then go home. I gotta get my grocery list together and figure out the whole grocery situation. I also need to get everything ready for tomorrow for the wedding. Let's get to it. mostly sunny and intensely hot out. It is like 80 degrees, but it's supposed to be the last warm day for the week. And then it's supposed to go down to like low 70s, upper 60s. So we're playing outside this afternoon. We got back from practice a little while ago. I'm sucking on a candy, I'm sorry. And I am going to get ready for bed and then read a little bit, I think, because I got so much accomplished tonight. I actually did the dishes when we got home, so I'm like, score. And the one thing that I had to do tomorrow besides work, I already did, so I'm going to try and find something else to put on my to-do list to be productive tomorrow. I also tried Bubbler for the first time, which I know this is not like new to anyone or anything. I don't like it as a sparkling water, but it tastes good. It's a bit dark down here. We're finishing up getting ready. We're going to go outside. I had to put the dog away, obviously. I'm going to go put on my shoes and grab a ponytail. And then we're going to be off. Also, you can't really see it, but I'm either getting a pimple or a cold sore right here. And if it's a pimple, fine, whatever, I don't care. But if it is a cold sore, I wasn't even stressed. Not about it. Okay. We're now outside and you can see what I'm talking about on my lip a little better. I got stuff on there right now, but anyway. It's fun. We're gonna fill up the bubble mower. I feel like this is what Halloween feels like to people in warmer climates. It's like kind of cool. Where like I'm in a t-shirt dress and I'm chilly. And most people wear like short sleeves or whatever. I don't know if they just put up with the cold or if this is actually how warm it is, because it's got to be one of the two. But it gets cold here, like winter coat cold. It's the end of October though, so makes sense. Bubbles! We filled up the bubble mower for the last time this year. We filled up his water table yesterday because he was playing in the water and it was really hot yesterday. It was like 80 something. It's a little cool this morning though, and the grass is a little bit wet, so it must be dewy from last night. But I think today's the day that we're bringing in the outside stuff and cleaning everything up. We'll see, because I'd have to convince my husband to do it with Gabriel while I'm at work. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Hi. So, I need very much to get some stuff out of the car. We went shopping, got the thing that I needed for tomorrow's dinner, and figured out and picked up the items for dinner for tomorrow. So now I'm just picking up the bubbles that were outside. Gabriel went down for a nap because I noticed when we pulled in to the garage at home, initially when we got back, he was super sleepy, and I was like, you know what? You're quiet, you're sleepy, let's drive around a little bit, see what happens. It took like 30 minutes, but I was like, I would rather, I'm gonna spend this much time putting you to bed, whether it's in the car or not. May as well just leave you where you are, partially falling asleep in the car, and drive around a little bit. So we turned on some folk music, which my husband has been getting my son into folk music, which, I mean, I can't complain. I like folk music, so it doesn't bother me. But put on some folk music and drove around the neighborhoods. There was a point, though, where he was, like, awake, and, like, looked tired, but not super sleepy. And I was like, oh, man, maybe this is just a waste of time. I think it was, like, 20 minutes in. It's like, maybe this is just a waste of time and gas. And the last thing I need to be doing is wasting time and gas. But I don't have anything else to do today. Oh, I just really don't know. And my husband's, like, the king of getting him to sleep. So I texted him, and I was like, I just don't know. Do you think I should keep driving? And he was like, yeah, just keep your music on. Enjoy the drive. Or take, like, basically, or go on a walk if you can do that instead if you want. Or if it, like, the car's just not working. And he's like, just take a long stroll or drive or whatever. And about 10 minutes later, he was out, and we're home. And I put him to bed. So I just had to grab my stuff from the car. Got a couple more things to grab. And then unload.
These were our treats. We got cookie and donuts and coffee. The last thing that I need, especially when I was supposed to not be spending money this week, like extra money. I'm not doing so hot. But it is making me more aware of spending money. So I'm trying to curb it over time. Today was not a good day. But we did get some things that we needed. We need meatballs for dinner tomorrow night and the ground beef for the tater tot hot dish that Gregory's gonna make on Friday. Tater tot hot dish ground beef. I picked this up because it was $5.99 and I figured I've got this creamer that I need to use up badly. So I was like, I'll try it in here, try and drink this instead of going and getting coffee to help myself a little, which has worked in the past. So I'm gonna try it again, hoping it works. That first thing I pulled out was tater tots. I'm just an idiot. These are the meatballs. I have 1 can of cream mushroom soup. I needed a second for the tater tot hot dish. Gabriel asked for more bananas, so we got more bananas because we have 4 left, 2 that are like kind of getting old. But I'm hoping if I can get a third, I'll make some banana muffins. And then the rest I want to freeze anyway and have maybe a fresh one or 2. So I figured I needed these because he's been more into bananas lately. And then I went to pick up taco sauce and picked up picante sauce instead. I don't know how that issue came about, but here we are. So I picked up some actual taco sauce today. So for the purposes of transparency, and those of you who know and are following or have followed the whole budgeting thing and paying off debt and everything, budgeting is really important, especially in a place in life where you're living paycheck to paycheck, or just in a place in life where what you're getting paid fluctuates in any way. It's really important to have a budget based on what you know you're going to get paid and what you know you have coming in every month, every week, whatever, and to stick to that as much as you possibly can. For example, a lot of you know that my husband works a job where he makes commission on top of his salary. It's a very minimal amount of commission, but there are occasions when certain things align where he can make a larger amount if he like sells a lot of stuff, but he's not selling stuff. It's a long story, but anyway, so we've been thriving off of that this summer and using it to pay off our debt. Now, what I've always said is, we want to get to the point where we can pay more than just our bills every month based on just his income alone. Because even though I'm working, even though I have my wedding business, I'm going to be going on maternity leave when the baby is born. And as far as weddings go, as soon as the holidays come, I'm not doing weddings anymore for this year. Because of that, that's maternity leave and it's unpaid because it's my own business. I'm hoping to work until basically right before my due date, but who knows how long that's going to last. And then either way, again, I'm going on maternity leave. It's not paid. So we have to exist on his income as is once that happens. Yeah, we might have extra money now, so we're trying to build and save for that so that we don't have any extra things that we're trying to catch up and pay for and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, we know that his commission is not guaranteed. And I've talked about this and I've mentioned this before, but a really good example of this is one of the companies that is basically bringing him in a lot of money may not work with their company anymore just due to some policy changes that that company is taking on. Thus, he'll go from making a couple $1,000s in commission to maybe a couple hundred is likely what'll happen after this point. We always knew this was reality. So instead of it being devastating news because we've been budgeting and trying to, pay things off and keep things afloat, yes, we've also done extra that we don't need to, and I've been getting coffee more frequently, as you've noticed, and things like that. Because we were prepared for this and we knew that this would happen probably at some point, it's not devastating. Because the change won't take effect right away, obviously. Basically, Gregory gets back paid everything for this month into next month. We're more than set. On top of that, we have a few weeks to adjust back to, okay, we have less spending money now. Not that we were spending a ton of it, but we just need to reel it in and make sure we're really sticking to our budget. That self-control and that planning and everything has made this change, what could have been really devastating for some people if they had counted on that money, not really affect us at all or make us worry. It's disappointing, but it's one of those things where it's like, that's kind of how life is. I can't save as much money as I wanted to. That's how life is. But anyway, I wanted to talk about that because I feel like I talk about money and I talk about finances and I talk about paying off debt and I talk about budgeting, but that is another, just an example of things fluctuate every single day, and people who have lived paycheck to paycheck really understand that, and I want you to understand that I understand that, but people who haven't, it's a really hard concept to understand. So I'm just trying to explain it for both sides so that everyone can kind of understand and then feel heard and that kind of stuff as well. So I'm going to put away the dishes, start my coffee. Honestly, might pour my coffee into my fun cup because I love it, and then figure out what I want to do. Okay, it's Thursday afternoon. We had a rough night last night, and thus a rough morning into a mental breakdown of an afternoon. My cold sore's coming in nicely. But I just wanted to talk about some spy books. As some of you guys know, I'm writing a spy book series, and so I wanted to share with you some of the spy books that are on my shelf. Right now, I've got All Fell Down by Allie Carter, which is, in my definition, a spy book. I haven't actually read through the whole thing yet. It's currently what I'm trying to currently read. But I wanted to share some other books and series that you might like if you're interested in spy books, or books that I feel carry a very similar feel to the book that I'm hoping to be publishing by the end of the year. So if you're interested in any of these and you may want something new, I've got a suggestion for you. So first, there's the I Tell You I'd Love You, But Then I Have to Kill You series, also by Allie Carter. So good. I love this series. I thought it was so cute. And I would not say that a lot of there's some similarities, similar themes and things like that. But the whole spy school concept is very cool in this book and different from what I'm doing, but also very interesting. I read this book, Confessions of the Paris Mysteries by James Patterson. I wouldn't say it's exactly a spy novel, but the girl has a really intriguing past, and there are more books in that is a series, but I just randomly picked that one because I did not know it was a series when I picked it up off the shelf and was like, oh, I want to read this. Still really good, even if you do it standalone. It makes a lot more sense, I would imagine, if you read the series, but still a very, very good book. The other spy book that I currently have, because honestly it's kind of hard to find, is The Love Interest. I have not read this yet. It's on my to-read shelf, but really looking forward to seeing how this one goes. I think it's going to be more romancy, and my novel is very not romancy. It's more like higher thinking. It's got a little bit of that romance in it. It is, young adult fiction, so it does have the teenage-y aspect of it, but not in an overwhelming sense of I don't know exactly how to explain it. Obviously, she's out of touch with some people because she does have a lot of wealth, but at the same time, it very much has the themes of a lot of poorer or more common high school experiences included parties and drinking and that kind of stuff, and they have similar experiences to that, just in a more elevated wealth sense, because they go to a private school and thus their days are a little bit different. However, it generally talks about the balance of those things in a little bit more real world aspect than I think could be done with books. Anyway, those are just a few of the books that I suggest that you look at for spy books if you're interested, or if you want to get
a similar feel to books that I think that are somewhat in the same vein as the novel I'm writing, and you want a little bit of like, oh, what is it going to be about? Or if you just like to go check it out, you can also check it out on my website. I do have tons of stuff there. I also have it on Weebly, so you can go and check it out anywhere. Anyway, I want to let you know that I am going to take on my computer and start working on something. I don't know what, but I'm going to work on something. And then try and get ready for practice today, because mentally I need to be ready and I am not there yet.
I'm walking around with the can. That's something else.
I gotta show you guys something. It's happened. For those of you who are here in my last pregnancy, you know what a bane, you know how much this was the bane of my existence. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. This thing was a pain in the butt. Okay, still a pain in the butt. But I put it over the like maternity belly support portion of my shorts. That did help some with the itchiness. On the part where it stretched over that, still pretty dang itchy. But not horrible, honestly, overall. Little uncomfortable. I feel like my stomach is a little too small for it. But at the same time, I've been feeling the need for the support, so it can't be too small for it. It seems like it's too big. Still. I also have this, like, almost like a knot in my back. It's not really a knot. It feels like my hips are out of place. Like it didn't get fully aligned at my chiropractor appointment. I don't know. I've just been feeling it the past, like, day or two. So I don't know what's up with that, but I was considering scheduling a massage. I'm sure that by now the slot has been filled and, you know, that appointment is no longer available because I didn't do it today when I was going to because I forgot. Because I finally got a few minutes, well, an hour or two when Gabriel went down for a nap to myself. I was trying to figure out what to do. Spending my time like, what needs to be done? Because it wasn't on my to-do list because I came up with it last night. So, of course, I didn't put it on my to-do list because I forgot. I mean, it had such a rough night of sleep that it just didn't occur to me to put it on there. So I was like, great. I've forgotten about this now. The chances of them having an available appointment this month are going to be slim to none. So now I'm going to call them tomorrow and make sure I actually add that to my to-do list. I am lotioning my stomach though because with the itch of the belly band, I don't know if that just made all of my skin feel more itchy because that part was more itchy. Good Lord. So tonight I'm lotioning my belly and you can see the line from the band. It's okay. If it gives me the support that I need so that I can go on walks, I'm fine with that. I did take out my contact lenses as well. So I am pretty close to ready for bed. I gotta get changed still. But I am trying to clean my room. Figure out what needs to be cleaned. Because we just cleaned upstairs. Gregory did the dishes and he cleaned out the sink. So we have fruit flies again. Because we always have fruit flies. Constantly. And I'm ready. That part of fall I'm ready for. Like where all the bugs die. And then you just gotta kill off the ones in your house. And then they stop coming in for a little bit. And it's different bugs. But like, I'm okay with different bugs. I'm trying to get my purse ready to go. Because I got stuff in there. I have a load of clean laundry still sitting in front of my bed in a basket. That hasn't gotten put away yet. Okay, I figured that out. There's like this one part of my stomach that's really itchy. Anyway, so I'm putting away all my laundry after it's clean tomorrow. And then I'll have none to do. Because it might sound lazy, but a week off of laundry sounds good to me. Gotta make the bed, and then we can get to editing.
bed like you saw. And that's really gonna be it for me tonight. I've got like 3 things on my to-do list, and I need to add that massage to my to-do list for tomorrow. And then if I get those things done and want to read, I'll either read or I'll write, or maybe I'll just go to bed. Who knows? It's not too late yet. It's only like 10 something, so not too late. But I'm signing off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the bell down below. Subscribe so you can get notifications for when more videos come out. We'll see you next time. Love, Genevieve.